Welcome to Wanna Bet, the daily gambling game show that takes betting seriously, but not much else. Get our favorite plays on the totals, sides, props, exotics, and futures to jump on now.
So let's get it started with Jason and Ben. Let's get it started with Jason and Ben. Let's get it started with Jason and Ben. Satte koncentrera konsolbabba konsolferino. Let's get it started with Jason and Ben. Let's get it started with Jason and Ben.
Thank God for these guys, Beltway Ben. Thank God for Die Mighty Mannschaft der Munich. Thank God for Michael Olise, one of my favorite footballers to watch this entire season long. Thank God for Bayern Munich not being content just to go through, but to make sure they won that game and to make sure Olise came through with a goal or an assist. What a mighty goal it was. Running over, hugging the corner flag afterwards. It was a thing of beauty at Alliance Arena, and we desperately needed it, Beltway Ben. Welcome to Wanna Bet. We do this 7 days a week. First, second, third down, our three favorite plays of the day, generally in that order. Fourth down can get weird. A market you hadn't thought to bet before, maybe college lacrosse. It could be fourth and long, something to get you paid long term, like a future. It could be fourth and short, first 4.5 innings, maybe even a Yurfie sighting. On today's show, over time, we will discuss some ways to consider playing the NFL draft as it pertains to defensive linemen. But unlike most people, we acknowledge yesterday, we acknowledge every day that we've done this since May 21st last year when we launched, and it's been ugly for me. I'm back in the red. The one that really hurt me last night, Beltway Ben, was the Royals. Flaherty was better than I thought he would be. But when you get a leadoff triple and two batters later, the Mook pitcher throws a wild pitch, and that runner never scores. That kind of reminds me of the other night in Pittsburgh where there's an infield fly rule pop-up to the second baseman, and that runner scores against me. That second run would have covered me in Kansas City and gone a long way. NBA, we love the under in the first game, no problem. Kawhi, he was on track coming out of halftime to get. I mean, like, he was the best player on the court in the first half of that basketball game, and then the Clippers systematically went to sleep in the second half. I mean, they do that; it's in their nature. But if you were gonna tell me he's gonna have like one combined rebound and like one assist in the second half, I'd have said no. I think it's a better shot he gets a triple double.
Yeah, he played 20 minutes, had one rebound, and 0 assists in the second half. At halftime, I was like, all right, that's a good cash plus good money. And then I'm watching. I'm like, oh my God, are you kidding me?
Yeah, and I cannot catch a break in Major League Baseball whatsoever. So fully transparent. This is one of our low points in the almost calendar year that we've done it, but we continue to do the work, put in the time, trying to find opportunities to get you money. But wait, Ben, how have the last couple days gone for you?
Yeah, 2 days ago was horrendous. I touched on it yesterday. I've been in the same boat you have with just things aren't going well, and we've struggled a little bit. And yesterday was a good comeback day for me. And usually, like, if it was a regular start to the season, I would have played Eugenio Suarez for a home run and given that out in fourth down. I also would have gone out in the Discord, but I've been a little bit calm lately. And that's how I kind of do things when I'm struggling. I'm not going to overplay things. So then if I give you loser after loser after loser, it does add up. So when I'm in this little bit of a rut, which has been here for about a week, I'm going to play things slow, play it light. I haven't been live betting as much just because, again, when you feel it going that way, you don't play those things. But yesterday was a good day. Hopefully we see another one today, and then we can get back on the regular roll. Not changing the process of just not giving out a home run when we're struggling to just get hits, runs, RBIs. But yesterday, Eugenio Suarez came through with the home run, him and Sal Stewart doing damage. I was furious. Sal Stewart hit the first one, and I'm like, well, that just took dudes out of scoring position.
Yeah.
I'm going to need Eugenio. 2-0 count, mashes a ball. I was like, yes, thank you. So he hit a homer. Maxey looked cooked for a while. First quarter looked great. Second quarter was, he got to 16, so I still thought we had a shot. The third quarter, he wasn't doing much. Did give us the 11 points in the fourth quarter and got things going. One was 7-0 run by himself to put us in a good spot. Paolo, I thought, like, for the first half, we had a shot. He didn't grab a rebound for the final 8 minutes. of the second quarter, which was concerning to me, but I still thought maybe he gets on a roll in the second half, and he just didn't. He was playing lazy, whatever. And then Maxi's shot, field goals attempted. I told you, if he's not scoring, he still will be looking to score, and he was doing just that. A lot of open threes that he missed. He was shooting the ball more than enough, so we cleared that as well. So it was a 3-1 night there yesterday, but again, it didn't. We still were down the past 2 days because of how dreadful 2 nights ago was.
Yeah. So that's where everything stands. Discord information is in the corner there. All right, Beltway Ben, let's get after it. I'm going to take the guards to play some guards ball tonight and beat a fundamentally unsound Orioles team at home. Guardians have been great at home for the last several years. This kid, Parker Messick, looks like their latest real discovery. Reminds me of Gavin Williams a couple of years ago. Shane Baz, he gives up the long ball. It's not like the Guardians hit a ton of them, but I'm just not buying that he's comfortable in his own skin yet and dealing with the fact that he's pretty much the number 2 starter on this team, that he's still getting acclimated to. I also wonder what kind of support he's getting from a coaching staff that I think is pretty naive. So yeah, I like the guards at home. I think the guards find more ways to score runs. I like the pitching matchup for the guards. If the O's can get a late lead, I do fancy their bullpen. It's much better than I thought. Albernaz returning to Cleveland. I just think the Guardians are the far more fundamentally sound team here, and I'm getting almost money on it.
Yeah, I'm going to attack that game as well, but we're going to play it a little different. Taylor Ward over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBI is a -107. The monster start to the year slowed down just a little bit. He's like 1 for his last 14. Things aren't clicking as well, but it's not a lot of strikeouts. He still looks fine at the plate. Yeah. His approach still looks the same. And
he's a lot of pitches.
Yes, he does. And he gets a lefty here. Messick's been really damn good. I give him a lot of credit. And again, Cleveland could make you or I sub-4 ERA and get outs for them in big spots. Just how things work with them. But this was a second-round pick. It's not like it's a nobody. This was somebody who they expected to be something like this. And he's been damn good. But his struggles, at least in spring training and last year. Now, I know there's a change in this year so far in the splits. It's just through a few outings. Lefties have hit him better than righties. I do think lefties or righties will start figuring out a little bit more against him. That will be something that gets to him. When you look at Taylor Ward through his career, 284, 353, 472 slash line against left-handed pitchers. That's one of the big reasons the Orioles added him. They've struggled against left-handed pitching for a good portion of time in recent years. And this is a dude who's going to be towards top of the lineup, right? They moved him out of the 1 spot. Gunner's back to 1. He's 2. Okay, that's fine. Gunner's in a little bit of a spell right now, too, so I think Gunner will break out of that. He should have opportunities to drive runs in. And again, if you would have told me he's been this damn good and hadn't hit a home run yet, I'd be pretty shocked.
That's all those extra base hits.
Right. That's what he's been. He is due for one of those. It wouldn't shock me to see him put one over that big wall in left field at Progressive tonight. So give me Taylor Ward over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs at -107.
Second down. This is the only other MLB game that I'm really kind of in on today. Just going over in Sacktown, where overs have ruled the day. The A's love hitting there. 8.5 to me is a reasonable number. Leiter has been a piñata since his first start of the year against the Orioles, and I'm not buying Lopez on the mound for Sacktown. Texas's offense is hit or miss, but Sacktown, even with Kurt swinging and missing at everything, I still think they're going to get after Leiter here. Day game, some of the shadows, whatever, maybe, okay. Maybe that's an issue, but I also think both these teams have been scoring early in the games. More on that later, and 9 runs is not out of the stretch realm of possibility at all for these two lineups against these two starters in that ballpark. So I'm going to ride that trend.
Yeah, second out for me, we are going to play Junior Caminero over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs at -135. He hasn't been swinging it well this year, but he's over this in 3 of his last 5 games. On the mound, Leisure is going to get the open. It's going to be an inning, so he's going to see him once, and he'll probably make an out against him because they're going to go righty-righty. But after that, Anthony Kay is going to be the bulk guy. He'll probably throw 5 innings, which means hopefully we can get 2 at-bats from Caminero in that spot. And if they go to the bullpen, I'm really not too concerned. Caminero hasn't done as much damage as some expected after the WBC run, but there's something to be said for every dude who's been playing in the WBC getting off to a pretty slow start. There's a lot of conspiracies out there. Yeah. It was kind of funny to listen to Tony Vitello the other day talk about that when he was like, I don't know, basically said he was buying the conspiracies about the WBC struggles. So guys just haven't been great coming off of that. And Cami Miller, I think, will be able to turn it on today. If you look in Chicago, the wind is blowing strong out to center. This is a guy who chases a lot of home runs, who hits in a good spot of the lineup around a lot of dudes, who when you look at what the Rays do and how they get on and their run production, it comes from guys, including Cami Miller, and the dudes who hit around him in the lineup, not as much towards the bottom. So I like Cami Miller in this spot. 2 at-bats against K, I hope. I'm really hoping he can get 2 at-bats against K. And he should be able to do damage with at least one. So we'll take him over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs at -135.
Hot Zeit!
We
do have the new music. Have you investigated that at all?
I gotta do it.
No worries. It's not. We got nothing but time. I think. Hopefully, you got more.
Thank
time
you for reminding me. I actually will. I usually tell you I'm setting an alarm for something, but I don't.
Right.
Basketball
Like
tonight's
my kids.
at 10. Basketball tonight's at 10. I'll go 1 a.m. alarm for this. 1 a.m. Wake me. Make sure.
Don't wake yourself up at 1 o'clock in the morning for this.
I'm not gonna wake myself. I should be awake at 1. Basketball's at 10. I get home, start chopping some numbers up. You know how it goes.
Yeah. I hear you.
I'll do 12:45 just in case. Last night I was kicking myself during the Warriors game, trying to do everything I can to stay awake.
I fell asleep on that game in the fourth quarter.
Oh, you missed it, Steph. Woo.
I know.
Steph he's one of the goats. Oh,
He started eating up. Trust me, I saw him. Yeah, he was already eating up. He wasn't on the bench talking about his calf anymore. That's for sure. I was still awake for that when he started draining him. Yeah. So we have the Players Band, a great local ska band, did give us a new open to the show, which is awesome. You haven't even heard it yet, have you?
I have not.
It's in the Discord. All right, Beltway Ben, let's go to the NHL. Last night, I saw value in a dog, and the models saw value in a dog. And Toronto was down 2-1 in the final minutes, had a chance to send it to overtime. It didn't happen, but for 2-1, I understand why we were there. Tonight, I'm on some favorites. Colorado, yeah, they got nothing to play for, but neither does Seattle. And I'm just going to take Colorado closing out the regular season strong at home with a lead and a chance for an empty netter. Colorado on the puck line, +145. Seattle completely fell apart. They are not going to the playoffs. We chronicled and we're fading them at home where the pressure really seemed to be getting to them. Well, they've only won 2 of their last 9 on the road as well. Colorado has won and covered both times against Seattle this year. It's a really deflating end to Seattle. And the Kraken are not like the Canucks who've kind of been playing for their Super Bowl down their Stanley Cup the last couple of weeks with nothing to play for. Seattle thought that they were going to the playoffs, and the numbers at various points would have said they were. So I think Colorado takes care of business there. And then the Mammoth, another team we've been on a bunch. St. Louis, we're playing great hockey. Beat Colorado in Colorado. Look like they might be able to make a surge to the playoffs. No, not going to happen. Utah, chance for them to give their fans one final show here. Utah is in the playoffs. That's a big deal in Utah, where they've only had that franchise for a couple of years, and we just like them to end on a high note here. They've got the goaltending advantage. They've got the advantage in really across the board. Hotter keeper. They've won 2 of the 3 games between these teams. And again, I think the air is really out of the Blues' sails here as their late rush to the playoffs is coming up short. So we'll just take Utah on the money line there, just a standard -110.
Third down for me, we're going to play Isak Paredes over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. A lot of hits, runs, RBIs, props. We're playing here tonight. Listen, you guys know how I feel about my guy Sagano, and he's been rolling.
Tomo.
Sagano's been on a roll.
Figured it out. All he had to do was get out of Baltimore.
Yeah, exactly. The issue is tonight he hits the Crawford boxes, and we know righties.
He'll be sweating a little bit.
Yes, he might be cramping a little bit.
Case of sweats.
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't recall. I'm pretty confident he did not pitch in Houston last year.
Yeah, I don't think he did either.
Because I remember that series, and it was Brandon Young.
Brandon Young was flirting with the Perfecto.
Yeah. Right. So I do not remember it being Sagano when they were there. But to that, there's going to be a righty that takes him yard tonight. I was kind of on Correa. Christian Walker's been too hot. Isak Paredes has not, and that's kind of where I fell and found myself. Isak Paredes does a lot of damage, and if you watch the games, I watched a few of their past few games. He's 0-4 in his last two straight games. Also, take this on DK. This is on DraftKings. If he gets pinch hit, or if he doesn't start, he's got to start so we won't lose.
You can't get burned or pinch hit.
Right. So take this on DraftKings. He hits like 2 balls that were meatballs, and he mashes them, but it's 800 feet up in the air. It's like he just missed it. You could tell he was frustrated, slamming the bat. I think he's coming through here tonight. Crawford boxes left field. Wouldn't shock me to see him put one out against Sagano, who, even as good as he's been, has still given up the long ball to right-handed bats. We were on Adolis Garcia in that Philly series, and he looked like Cy Young, except for that at bat against Adolis. Right-handed power bats have been Sagano's issue in the MLB. It just has. He struggles to keep the ball in the park. I don't know. I think Isak Free's in a good spot here tonight. He also could come through with an extra base hit, an RBI single, a base hit, and then a sac fly. Like, there's a lot of different ways we can catch. Yeah. We don't just need the home run, but I just have a sneaky feeling that he's going to be able to put one out tonight against Sagano. So we'll take Isak Paredes over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs at -109.
Excellent. Fourth down. Let's start with fourth and short, and we've also got a fourth and long. I would not advise you, and I'm not advising you to make both of these bets. I have 2 early first inning, for that matter, bets on this Rangers game we already touched on. Don't make them both. You find the one you think is best. Did I make them both? I did. I did. But I wouldn't advise it. So let's start with the Yerfie in that Rangers-A's game. The Yerfie has hit 5 straight times for the Rangers. They are 11-7 to the Yerfie. It's hit 3 straight times for the Sacktown A's. Sacktown A's got a lot of guys swinging the bat who love hitting in that environment. Mr. Leiter has given up 5 earned runs in 3 first innings so far this season. He's given up 3 home runs in the first inning already this season. I think that's in his head a little bit. And this is a lineup I think will see him well from the top of the order. Lopez hasn't given up a home run in the first inning yet. Ben, you want to put the Yerfie up there? We'll start with the Yerfie.
I clicked left. My bad.
All good, brother. Lopez has given up 4 earned runs in 3 first innings, 5 hits. He nibbles and walks people. So I see a lot of Yerfie potential here. I also played, and this I only found it at FanDuel, a home run in the first inning plus 550. I think the A's got a lot of guys swinging from their heels against a pitcher who gives them up first time through the order in a ballpark that's conducive to it. So we are on that as well. And then a fourth and long. It's not that long because the game's tomorrow, but I don't think the value will be there tomorrow. And we actually jumped this at -3, but we'll lay the 3.5 with the Hornets at Orlando. They destroyed them. Since the Hornets became the Hornets, I'm not talking about the game in October. Since they figured it out, they smashed Orlando every time they played them. Beat them every way, shape, or form. Beat them on the boards, beat them defending the 3 ball, beat them shooting the 3 ball, beat them everywhere. I saw Orlando last night. I wasn't buying them coming into that game. I couldn't back either side, and I definitely can't back Orlando at home. I don't care that it's at home. They're not as good as home this year as they were in years past. They seem like they're done playing. The Magic survived their scare. I mean, the Hornets survived their scare. You look at what the Hornets did against the Heat team with Spoelstra, who knows how to match you up in a one and done, and who was very familiar with them. And the Hornets overcame adversity on a night where they got mostly nothing from ball and absolutely nothing from the nipple. Like, I don't think that's happening again. And I think Charlotte's got a chance to win this game, maybe convincingly. Charlotte was a much better cover team than Orlando down the stretch. They are, by any metric, the second half of the NBA season, they are at least a top 10 team in the NBA and probably are like top 5 or 6. So I'm taking them to do the job on the road there. Now that young team has a playoff or play-in, whatever you want to call it, win already under its belt.
Yeah, with you. I'm going to play fourth and long, and it's just for tomorrow. Early play. Devin Booker, 25-plus points. Steph Curry, 20-plus points, -118. You can tell me, this is public. This is the obvious. How's it? That's fine. Devin Booker wasn't amazing scoring the other night. I do think he's going to be able to get it going here in this type of matchup against the Warriors team who doesn't defend great. We saw Kawhi get it going and then kind of step away. I've talked about Devin Booker in these types of matchups against other stars. He just saw what Steph Curry did the other night, carrying his team to a win in the fourth quarter. Devin Booker's going to have to do that in a matchup like this. Steph Curry can outlast anybody. He can take anyone down in the fourth quarter, as we saw again just last night. Steph should have no issue getting to 20-plus. I know there's minutes restriction, talk and all of that. He looked just fine on the minutes restriction yesterday. You want whoever you want to have running around with him. He knows how to draw fouls. He knows how to knock threes with hands in his face. He can get to the free throw line. Draymond will throw the dirtiest screen you've ever seen to get him open, and sometimes the whistle just doesn't get blown. So I think it's a good spot for Steph Curry. 20 plus. Just saw 30 plus last night. I don't know that whether they go Dylan Brooks a little bit bigger on him or however they want to play it, I don't know that they'll be able to stop Curry from getting to 20 still. And then Booker, again, 25 plus. It's been something he's been able to get to with regularity this year. And this is season on the line. Again, I talked about the other night. Season on the line, I have to think Devin Booker is in a really, really good spot with his mindset and can get it going. So Devin Booker, 25 plus points. Steph Curry, 20 plus points, minus 118.
Excellent. Overtime. And I think tomorrow, overtime, we go back to the NBA just with all those series kicking off and have a little NBA discussion overtime tomorrow. And I know we're jumping around, but hey. Back to the NFL draft. Let's talk a little D-line here. Look, I don't know.
Or DB, D-line. Did I read it wrong?
Yeah.
DBs and draft, yeah.
What's the difference? Let's just do D-line.
Yeah,
D-line. D-line and wrote down D-line notes. What's
damn right.
Get me rewrite. So look, we talked about this a few weeks ago. And I wrote about it at Sports Boom and begged people to take 2-1 on somebody other than Arvell Reese being the second overall pick. Now that market has completely shifted. And at the same time, I was hearing a lot about Bain and teams liking Bain a lot more than mock drafters like Bain. Now, when it's all said and done, I think right now, if I had to slot Bain, I'd slot him to New Orleans. And that's something that you might want to look at as an individual play. I certainly think the over on D lineman is in play, especially because I think the D tackle from Ohio State and not a great Ohio State class, not a great D tackle draft class. I think he's got a real shot to get into the back end of this first round as well. So over on number of D linemen in the first round. I think Bain is still a top 10 pick, and I think New Orleans might be the sweet spot for him. I mean, is it out of the realm of possibility that Reese goes to? It's not, but I think it's coming around to where I thought it was going to be, which was it was going to be Bailey or Bain at 2. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of where I stand on this unit. And I mean, look, I'm sitting on 17-1. Bain to be second overall. Like, do I think that's got no chance? No, I think it has a chance. I think it has a chance. The only thing I'm not really buying at like 2 and buying at 4 is this idea of Love going to the Jets or the Titans.
Commanders?
I think Commanders. I still think, and I'm not buying it with the Giants either. I still think Commanders. I know that there's been a lot of smoke about Tennessee. I know people who know that coach really well. Guy couldn't jerry rig a pass rush last year. Like, how many games you getting out of Simmons? There's nothing else there. He's got all the jam, not the GM. This owner, it's one or the other. It's never both. It's Salah's team. I don't think Salah's taking a running back. You could tell me that helps his defense, time of possession, yada, yada, yada. Well, I mean, how much did it help the Raiders last year with Pete Carroll? How did that work out? Did it help his defense much? No. If you don't have an offensive line and the quarterback is developmentally well, I mean, Gino was terrible, but, is still early in the process. And now he's got to learn a new system with new people and all that. Yeah, I think they're going defense. So that's my spiel on the D line. But with Ben, any questions? Anything?
No. We're getting closer. Another day closer. Are you gonna
Thursday? It's a week away.
Yeah, another day closer. Are you gonna be? You think you'll be anything on it draft day? Because you know me, sometimes I wait till last minute and then get on things. Do you think you'll be on anything in the draft on draft day?
Probably because I mean, a lot of the best stuff you don't really start to hear until like Monday and Tuesday and next week when the GMs start talking to each other more because you're trying to lay the groundwork for potential trades and someone be on the clock and someone once they really start interacting and then they're, your people are willing to kind of spill the beans. That's when That's why I do one mock and I don't do it till like the day before. In a perfect world, I do it the day of. But I'm probably end up doing it for fan sided this year, and with all the graphics and stuff they want to do, I think I have to get it to them probably by by Wednesday morning. But then invariably, someone will call me at like 3:00 on that day, and I'll be like, I want to change the whole damn. You know what I mean? Like, because if you change one thing, you're changing a lot of things.
Right.
So that will happen. And then sometimes you really wish you did it. Like the year I got a call and it's like, dude, it's definitely posted to the Chargers. And I'm like, definitely. Because if you recall, that was not a sure thing. And that really was not what mock drafters were predicting. And this guy's like, I'm pretty sure. And I didn't change it. I wish I did. Now there's been other years where, you know what I mean? Somebody's like, hey, no, I think it really is this. And then you change it.
And it's not.
And it was
what
wrong.
you had.
And it was there you go. And it was
sometimes you kick, sometimes
the thing
you get
that thing that you thought was a layup, that you then get convinced that no, that whole thing is an elaborate smoke screen. No, it was a layup.
Right. Sometimes you get kicked, sometimes you kick, right? It applies everywhere.
Lately, I've been the absorber. Lately, I've been the absorber.
Yeah, we have. Not for the draft though. We're switching it. We're turning it around.
There you go, Beltway Ben. Speaking of turning it around, last couple days for me, no bueno. This really the month of April for me, no bueno, and everything other than NHL, Champions League, and college lacrosse. Outside of that, it's been rough. That's the show. 11-ish tomorrow, I guess, Beltway Ben. Or something up with you tomorrow?
Yeah. 11 should be good.
Okie dokie. Thank you for tuning in. You can always find us on the Gmail at or wannabet@gmail.com. You can find us in the Discord, and you can find us back here tomorrow at 11. You want to bet? We want to bet. Thank you for betting with us.